How you doing? My name is Christopher, and I'm introducing to you today the newest, the greatest EarthTides that I think we've ever had. And this is what it looks like. It's very, very small, and yet it's very, very efficient, it's very powerful, and it's very safe. You can take this anywhere in the world and just plug it in, and it works. Whether it's 120 or 240 or wherever in the world you go, plug it in and away it goes. It knows what electricity is going in. So some people have thought maybe it's complicated because you get to change the volts and the amps. So I'm going to explain this as simply as I can. I'm going to pretend like you're a little kindergarten person, and I'm going to try to make it as easy and as simple as I can. So the first thing is we're going to set the amps. This has a max of 150 watts, which doesn't mean anything to you, and I understand that. But we're going to have the CC, which would be the current, the amps, we're going to set that to 5 amps, and then we're going to leave it. You never have to go back to it again, unless for some reason someone would change it. But every time you turn it off and turn it on, it will stay at the 5 amps. And then after we get 5 amps, then we're going to go up and I'll show you how to change the voltage. Because this device, you can either do the ionizing body detox, or you can do the microcurrent device. It won't do both at the same time. Some people think that's a disadvantage. I personally have only done both of them together maybe twice in the 18 years that I've been doing this. So sometimes there's change, and you'll find that there's some comfort in only having to do and only being aware of one. So I'm turning it on. You're going to notice that we have zeros in the amps, which is on the lower one, and volts in the upper one. So this little button controls the amps. It says current, and this button controls the voltage. So we're going to, if you push in on this button just once, you're going to notice that the first digit lights up. And we don't worry about that. Now, even though it stopped blinking, it's still controllable. So I'm going to go to the third, so I'll hit it a second time, it'll show the second digit, and then hit it the third time, and it'll go to the digit that we're looking for. We need to change that to 5.00. Now, you can, maybe if I wait a minute, it'll finally go back. But right now I can control that by turning this to the right until I get 5 amps. And now it's done. I hit it one more time, and it's set. Now it's going to go to zeros in just a moment, and now this is simply now a gauge, so that when you put your the wires onto the plates in the water and put the salt in the water, this will actually tell you the number of amps that's being used during that session. If you put more salt in the water, the amps will go up. Normally you should keep it probably between 2 and 3 amps, and you'll see there's a lot of bubbles coming up from that. So you can that's just kind of a guideline. 2 to 3 amps is all that you need. Now then, we know that this is set at 5 amps, and the reason we know that is if I just hit this button once, it'll tell me what the actual amperage is, and it's 5 amps, and it'll stay that way for months and months unless you change it. So now up to the volts. It's the same way. I'm going to work on my teeth, and I don't want very many volts. 7.8 volts traditionally has been what EarthTides has always run at for 18 years now. So we're going to set this at 7.8 volts, and you do the same way. You hit the button once, and you come up with a 0. So I'm going to move this to 8. It'll go back and forth, and then I'm going to hit this once more time, and I'll change this to 7 by cranking it to the right, and now it's ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it again. It goes to the 0, and I'll hit it one more time, and now it's set. And now it's ready. I can actually plug the probes in here. I know it's running at 5 amps. Is it going to actually use 5 amps when I'm working on my teeth? No, it may not even register anything, because we're only running about really, really small, like 0.004 of an amp for when you're using your teeth. But you can feel it. But that's what we're working at. So there we are. You can use this as a microcurrent device at 7.8 volts. Now I'm done with that, and I want to do an ionizing body detox. So I'll simply go to the top button, push it once, push it twice, because it's going to be 13 volts. I'll move that down to a 3. I'll push it again, and I'll move this up to 1. And I'll push it one more time just to set it. And now I'm at 13.8 volts. I can plug my cables in here, into the plates and into the water, and I'll do my ionizing body detox for 45 minutes. Whether my arms or my feet, it works the same. That's it. That's easy. Thank you very much.